They're talking about a cashless society. I say tonight on behalf of the UNC, we say no to removing cash. We say no. No cashless society. A cashless society means a place where the bank owns your money. The bank owns your money, and let's talk about that. A cashless society is one where the government can block you from taking out your own money, understand it, as a form of punishment or retaliation. There is no freedom there. A cashless society, as I say, the bank owns your money, you don't. The bank determines which day you could come and pull money out of your account. The bank could close down for a week, and where you getting money? Where would you get money? The bank can seize your account with instructions from the government, and you will have no access to any money. You know, this happened to the truckers in Canada. In Canada, there was a strike in Canada, and the government seized all the accounts of the truckers who were on strike. So this is a very dangerous something. It sounds simple, oh yes, be cashless, so the bandits wouldn't come and rob and they wouldn't get the cash. It is a very dangerous place to go down, especially when we have now a dictator government in office. We cannot take that chance. And if they don't like Wayne Mark, which we know they don't, poor fella, the few cents they have in the bank, they could block it. They could block it. They could give an instruction and block it. So it is too dangerous. Cash is freedom. Cash is independence from control by the state. You will have no privacy in a cashless society. Your private information will be at risk of hacking. What if a natural disaster hits and we have no electricity for a few weeks? How are you getting money? That's one aspect of it. That is your freedom to use your money when and where you want, once you do it in a legal manner. That's one side, but the other side is this. Every transaction you make with a card carries what? A cost, a fee. For the card company, a transaction fee. For the card company and the bank. This card fee is an unseen tax. You don't see it. So when you go to buy that rice or that flour or the baby milk, you're paying an extra amount when you are cashless because you have to pay for the card fee. You will not have to pay this fee if you brought in your cash. Every purchase you make in a cashless society will incur a fee. You will not have to pay it if you were to use your cash. So why should you pay the bank a fee every time you want to use your own money? Why? Why? Make that make sense, Mr. Imber. Make it make sense. Every time you want to buy something is your own money. You have to pay to use your money now. That's where we will go. You're paying to use your own money, understand it? Do not be fooled into giving up your freedoms. The hybrid system we have now with the digital currency and cash is the best option at this time. People must have a right to choose how they save their money and what their payment method is. I want to remind you of something Rowley said. You know, he says many foolish things. But in this context of what we are talking, remember what Mr. Rowley said. He talked about using the money in people's private bank accounts.
There are many in this country whose accounts are in surplus. It's the observation of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who believes these idle resources can be put to better use for the benefit of all.
Even as the Minister of Finance is telling you that the overdraft is up to 80% and 90%, there are people in this country with significant cash reserves in the banks of this country. Money sitting in the bank belonging to A, B, C, or D is not helping us. But if that money is put to work on projects, it creates a multiplier effect and is put to work. Doesn't matter who owns it. It is not only the government that owns money in this country. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a guess here, because I haven't read the documents on that for a little while. I'm sure the private sector owns much more money in this country than the government. And many of them make significant profits every year. And you ask yourself, really, what do they do with those profits?
So the UNC says tonight, no to cashless society. Let people keep their money and spend it how they want and where they want.